Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back to another video on the channel. So, I finally decided that I want to do some Battle Cats content. So, this is how I beat Lil Eraser. Also, I did this like 3 months ago and I just never got around to actually posting this. But, I'm doing it now, in March. With that terrible intro out of the way, let's begin! First, we should understand why the stage is even so difficult. So, at face value, this stage seems easy. It's just easier Manic Eraser. But being a little stage, it's specials and rares only, which is the main reason this is so difficult. You see, you can't just uber carry through the stage, and the enemies are still very strong. Lil Eraser has 2.4 million health and does 30,000 damage per hit. Very few rares and specials are able to survive that. And then this stage has actual backup. 200% Gory Blacks, 300% Dachshunds, and 600% Albros. Also 6,000% Squirrels, but those guys don't actually matter much. With all that information in mind, here's my lineup. This lineup is quite different from any other lineup I've seen that beats the stage. So we should probably go through this one by one. First of all, we have Biobone, because research speed up is very useful, in fact. You can replace this with any other 3-unit medium, 2-unit medium, 3-unit large, whatever. Anything else of that like also works. I just use Biobone because that's the only one I have. Also, don't worry, you're not using either of those 3 units anyways. Then we have Jiangxi. Level does not matter, because all that matters is that he survives one hit. That's it. Then we have Ramen, who at high enough levels can actually survive one hit from Lil Eraser. But actually, I didn't have those levels at the time, and yet still, Ramen is very useful because it still has a lot of health and can tank a lot of damage from the supporting enemies. Then we have Zamboni, which I used because it's the only other unit other than Jiangxi who has survived who can survive more than one hit. And that's very helpful to slow down the progress of Lil Eraser. Next, we have Glass Cat, whose level also doesn't matter just because the stats don't change at all. And I basically used him to just slow Lil Eraser every once in a while when my Mewtwo's are failing. Oh, and also, I kept missing Lil Eraser and hitting random other enemies, and that made me very sad. Next, we have Cyborg and Awakened Bahamut, who both get outranged by one Lil Eraser. And yes, I probably should have used second form Bahamut, but I wanted a Bahamut to take out the peons. So that's exactly what I used them for. They just clear out the Gory Blacks and the Albros, and that's their entire job. And finally, that brings us to our main attacker, Urarun. Was literally anyone surprised? No. Urarun outranges Lil Eraser by a good amount, has good enough damage, and also has a knockback ability. So if Lil Eraser somehow pushes, we can knock back Lil Eraser, and we can make back ground. Now, we have the actual fight itself. Also, this fight would have been, like, way easier if I brought literally any battle items, but I'm stupid, so I didn't bring battle items. First off, sell the initial squirrels and gain a good chunk of money. You'll need it. A lot. Hopefully, by the time first Gory Black comes out, you've gained enough money. And then you just send out Ramen and Paris to kill it and activate the base. Once Lil Eraser spawns, I just kept spamming either Ramen or Jiangxi until the first Albro came out. Then I led it to my base to kill it easier, and also so I could stack up attackers before actually facing the Little Eraser. At this point, you should have a good amount of money. So just send out Awakened Bahamut to take out the Albro, and then send out Urun and other attackers, and this is where you start actually dealing damage to Lil Eraser. Keep just spamming Ramen and Jiangxi to stall Lil Eraser until the Dachshund shows up, and then kill the Dachshund for a very required refill of monies. Money is kind of tight in this stage, so once you kill the supporting enemies, don't spawn in Cyborg, as they'll just die and waste money. Keep spamming Ramen and Jiangxi as much as possible, and also sending out Glass and Zamboni when time is good and when money is not too bad. The pattern for the supporting enemies will go Gory Black, Albro, Dachshund, and the Gory Black and Dachshunds are both pretty easy because you can just kill them and then you're fine. And then you get some more money, and then you can continue stalling the Little Eraser. But the Albros are a problem. Now, you may ask why, and that answer is quite simple. They have much higher standing range than everything else. While they technically don't outrange anything, they're only 10 range away from Cyborg, and that means it's actually very difficult to stack up attackers and kill the Albros in time. So usually when the Albros spawn, I just kept spamming everything in hopes that I can somehow kill them in time. And sometimes I do, and sometimes the Albros cut through half my stack, and I have to restart everything again, and my damage gets hampered for like 4 minutes. And that's the entire level. You just keep repeating this. You keep just sending out all of your meat shields and glass and Zamboni, and you use Paris and Awakened Bahamut to clear the peons, and hope that eventually you can take down Lola Racer with Urun, which for me took almost 9 minutes. But finally, I beat the stage.